Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, we're going to be having a little bit of fun with a buffed up version of the Hood. So essentially, this guy is the same as he was a few months ago when he initially got buffed, but this time around he's got the Fate Seal on the Special 2 as well, and you can also refresh that Fate Seal using heavy attacks. So you've got like Ghost Phasing ability, something very similar to that, you've got Stagger, you've got Fate Seal, you've got a bit of healing. This guy now has a very strong kit. Again, like the phasing mechanic is just stupidly overpowered, and the more I tested out like the the buffed up version of Hood initially, the more I realized just like how crazy this ability is, because it basically makes him like the mystic version of Ghost, at least in my opinion. And now he's got like full control over all of the buffs. You got like very frequent staggers, and now for the Special 2 again you got a Fate Seal effect as well, which is awesome. So yeah, we can just have a little bit of fun there. And again, if you can play like super well with Hood, you're just like not taking any damage at all, which is brilliant. So it's kind of like a training character for Ghost. If you're very familiar with playing Ghost, like Hood is just an absolute blast to play. But if you're not like too familiar with the timing of like attacking in via phasing, he might take a little bit to get used to. Sorry, I was mincing my words there a little bit. But yeah, we can go in for like a 5 combo here, and then just wait for Vulture to attack into us. Or not. he didn't fancy it there. But with Hood's buff mechanic, the way that his damage works is you want to stack up hexes on the opponent, and then detonate them with a heavy attack for kind of a big amount of burst damage. Again, his buff really isn't focused on damage. I would say that's an area that he really does not shine after the buff, in all honesty. Okay, a little bit of a mistake there, lads, but we just need like one more Special 2, I think, here. And then we just need to fire off a heavy attack, and I think he should almost be dead here. There we go. Okay, really big detonation. Probably a little bit of overkill there. But overall, yeah, it was okay, man. Again, he's a very utility-heavy champion now, because you've got, like, perfect control over buffs, and also you're taking, like, no damage and very quickly healing it back as well. So he has just, like, crazy survivability after these changes. So the big trade-off is like his damage isn't as spicy as it could be. But I don't think that's like too much of a problem, just because he's like so enjoyable to play once you get into the rotation. Alright, so let's go for this. And then do we just like stay invisible? Nice. So again, we are just like dunking on this node. This is fantastic. I think we can like probably get away with like going for that. Again, you can be very cheeky with some of the plays on Hood. And you've also got that confidence if the opponent does like throw a special attack to stand in a couple of hits. But every time you phase a hit, it does increase the chance that the opponent's going to hit you. So it starts off like 120%, then 100%. So the first two, you're guaranteed to, phase through. Then after that, it's a little bit of a gamble. Right, let's go for a heavy attack detonation here. Oh, pretty good. We'll take that. Certainly will. And there we go. Black Bolt is straight in the bin. He's gone, he's down. So yeah, very simple loop and rotation when it comes to playing Hood, at least to the best of my understanding, which is like, you just want to spam the Special 2. I believe anyway, especially in this matchup, because you're fighting the Resistor node. So the really good thing about like any heavy buff scenario now is there are so many buffs to nullify to get like additional bullets on Hood. So this is like Drax for like the double medium slash. Yeah, isn't the best champion to rely on phasing for, or invisibility should I say. But yeah, let's chuck off that Special 2. You can see our bullets get pretty quickly topped up to max in any scenario where there's like lots to nullify. So the fact that he's got this bit of utility back is absolutely huge in my opinion. But I do think there's going to be like a certain group of players that, you know, just completely ignore Hood because of his lack of damage in comparison to like the broken Beyond God tier champions that just are a bit more damage focused. But I think for people kind of working their way through the game, again, he's going to be an absolute cheat-code for so many scenarios. Because again, the invisibility, it just allows you to weave in stuff like heavy attacks whenever you want as well. And counter so many nodes like stun immune. And just like once you get good mastery over it, because I'm like a little bit rusty on the old phasing skills, but once you get a good mastery over it, man, it's just like it's ridiculous. We know the value of Ghost, especially in a lot of Act 6 as well, and Hood. You know, he's got that utility, man. He brings the healing to the table, and again, even if you do get hit a little bit, whenever you stagger or a stagger expires, then yeah, it's going to heal you. So it's easy to get like top back up in the right match as well. So that's just another great perk of the champion. But let's go for this Yondu matchup here. But any matchup with buffs that you need to control, this man just dominates. And also, I actually don't have the Mystic Dispersion Mastery active at the moment. But if you have that, again, that is really, really nice for Hood. Well, I've been like toggling between the Suicide Masteries recently. So, yeah, I didn't have points in that. But you can see we're like fully topped up now. So just having like this, you know, his ability to survive and get around all sorts of mechanics is so goddamn valuable. It's ridiculous. But again, depending on like what you're looking for in what scenario, again, I think there will be better options than Hood a good majority of the time. But he's gone from being a character that was a little bit underwhelming. You know, sometimes a slow but reliable option. But I do think the buff is a pretty significant improvement, generally speaking, and I think he's a lot more enjoyable to play personally. But I know some people still aren't too happy, and that's fine if you know you're not happy with the changes. Because some people have been playing Hood for years, man. It's never nice to have like changes forced upon you that you might not be like too fussed about. Because I know there are some like OG Hood players. So yeah, if you feel a little bit hard done by this buff, you know, you're a little bit annoyed. I get it, man. Let's chuck in another combo. But I do think overall, like the more, like I was really cynical about the initial Hood buff at first, but I think like adding back the Fate Seal now is pretty much like the perfect solution. But there we go, Yondu is straight in the bin. Again, the numbers like aren't anything like groundbreaking or that impressive when it comes to Hood. But it's just like once you get used to this guy, man, you just walk through fights, get rid of all of the buffs, all of the danger of certain fights, take no damage, and even if you do mess up, again, it's very quick to heal up, as long as you got buffs to nullify as well. So for the right, what is it, cosmic matchup, especially somebody like Vision Arcus as well, now that you got the Fate Seal back, again, Hood is going to be a really, really nice option for a lot of progressing players, I reckon. And again, the good part about Hood is even unawakened, he's still a really, really good champion. So yeah, he's a brilliant first 6-star now, I reckon. Right, come on, attack into me, mate. Probably should have tried to phase that one instead. Again, you want to try and like phase as many hits as you can, just so that you can get as many additional bullets as possible. But let's go for Winter Soldier here, see what we can do. Oh no, I think I was trying to be a bit too cheeky there. I thought there was a pretty good chance of like fully phasing that one, man. But in a longer matchup like this, again, we want to get those hexes stacked up as much as possible. And every time you apply a hex as well, it refreshes all the others. So as long as you stay aggressive, is a really, really good time. And like just blocking that special 2 as well. We got a ton of bullets off that, which is pretty damn fantastic. So yeah, I think ideally we want to like push Winter Soldier to special 2 here if possible. And then see how much value we can get from the evasions on it. Or the misses, should I say. Again, this is 6-star rank 2 Hood. We're not using Suicide Masteries. I think with his healing in the right matchup, he actually does work okay with the Suicide Masteries. Again, he doesn't have that full Bleeding Poison immunity. Actually, maybe the more I think about it, maybe not with the Suicide Masteries. Just due to the fact, what is it? You're pretty much like spamming Special 2. So yeah, I'm not too sure that is the one there. Again, if you're like very quick on the ball with a lot of these plays, you can get like a ridiculous amount of value. Right, let's chuck another combo here, lads. Nice. I just love that we blocked that. We pretty much took like no damage there, man. Oh, that's pretty great. Okay, I think we got to go in for another 5 combo here, Special 2. I'm thinking about like when to detonate. I think it's around like 80, 90 stacks in order to get the KO. I think 90. Actually, I'm not even sure that's enough actually. But yeah, I remember how much I enjoyed playing Hood in the event quests. He was so good for a lot of the new bosses. Like last time he got buffed, so I'll probably bring him on the stream tomorrow. Oh, it's a little bit shaky, boys. A little bit shaky there. Right, let's go for the detonation. There we go. Nice. And then we'll go for a Special 2. I was just like, I'm out of bullets, dude. I'm probably going to get a little bit screwed here. So yeah, for the bigger fights like Realm of Legends, he's not really built for that. But I think for progressing players, and, you know, if you're just looking for a fun champion to play, he really does hit that mark. And again, the damage is definitely down there, but I think the utility is, like, strong enough that it makes him a usable and viable champion in a lot of scenarios. But also, I can't stress how valuable that invisibility mechanic is in kind of the right matchup in the hands of a skilled player. Again, it's kind of like an alternate version of Ghost Phasing, and it does have its disadvantages and advantages in comparison to that, but overall, that on top of, like, you know, complete stagger, complete nullify, fate seal, I think is really, really strong. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on the buffed up version of Hood. I'm very interested to read the comment section on this one, but thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, please do smash that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Take care, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.